An impaired driving collision changed a Yorkton man's life forever. He was permanently injured and his best friend was killed. As Saran Fennell explains, he's now sharing his story in a unique way.
Okay.
It was a night meant to be full of memories. 9 friends hopped into an SUV and headed off to a rave in Saskatoon.
And we partied, till the wee hours of the morning before deciding to head back to Yorkton.
But May 8th, 2010 is a day Nolan Barnes will never forget. After a night of drinking, the group made their way back for Yorkton when his friend, the driver, fell asleep at the wheel, drifting off into a ditch, killing 1, injuring 8 other passengers.
My next memory is waking up and I'm laying outside, face down in the ditch, cupboard I can wheel under.
He lost his best friend in the crash, and while much of the memories are a blur, his paralysis from the chest down serving as a daily reminder.
I have no abdominal muscles, no lower lat muscles, so things like bending down and sitting up are impossible to do without using my hands.
Barnes upgraded from an apartment to this fully modified home. He and a team of contractors built the property wheelchair accessible inside and out, with perhaps the most important feature being this clear-cut ramp that leads right into the house. Barnes has turned his story into a lesson, speaking publicly about the dangers of drunk driving at schools, corporate events, and even YouTube.
As I pushed myself to stand up, I realized I couldn't use my legs. I had no feeling there.
SGI is featuring Barnes in a series of videos this month, giving him another platform to share his experience. As for whether these videos are effective or not, SGI hopes so.
I think when you listen to what somebody like Nolan says, and when he talks with brutal honesty about how his life changed as a result of that day, it's difficult to not be affected by it.
When it comes to impaired driving, a lot of the focus is on fatalities, but SGI says injuries are more common, many of them life-changing. And while Barnes's crash had its consequences, he says he's thankful only the people that made the decision to get in the vehicle that night were affected.
Thank God it was just us.
Saran Fennell, CTV News, Saskatoon.